That is a true leader. When you're looking at, and again, I'm going to get some pushback on here, but when you look at leaders who are put in place by a board, the entire team was put in place by the board gives them the strategy. It's almost like those leaders are managers. And I think this is why we have some challenges when it comes to looking at leadership styles, because there's an element of leadership, and if you're a small business person who needed to make payroll, you understand what I'm talking about. There's an element of leadership that some corporate players will never experience. And this needs to be addressed when we start talking about leadership approaches. If you read this one from the employee standpoint and see how it makes you feel, just notice how it makes you feel. Now, I want you to read it as that CEO who was put in place by the board, and the board also put in place the C-suite team, and by the way, the board also put in place the strategy. Now read it as that person. You probably notice that it fits much better with that CEO who is being driven to do complete certain tasks and hit certain metrics within a very short period of time. That's why people like command and control. But hopefully in that little exercise, you've noticed the how these can be at different ends of the continuum and why command and control still will always prevail and why servant leadership will always be rejected by some. So some will always lead with command and control, and some will always reject servant leadership. And it's because they don't serve the entire continuum. They're ends of a continuum, and somewhere in the middle is where it works. And that's why I like dynamic leadership.